Yah, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yah, pay careful attention and respond. Yahweh is our power and authority. Yahweh works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yahweh with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. 2 Corinthians chapter 7. Therefore, my dear friends, since we have these promises, let us purify ourselves from everything that can defile either body or spirit, and strive to be completely holy out of reverence for God. Make room for us in your hearts. We haven't wronged anyone. We haven't corrupted anyone. We haven't exploited anyone. I'm not saying this to put blame on you, for I've already said that you have a place in our hearts, whether we live together or die together. That I am very confident in you, that I am very proud of you, that you have filled me with encouragement, and that in spite of all our troubles, I am overflowing with joy. For indeed, when we came into Macedonia, our bodies had no rest. On the contrary, we faced all kinds of troubles, altercations without, apprehensions within. But God, who encourages the downhearted, encouraged us with the arrival of Titus. However, it was not only his arrival which encouraged us, but also how encouraged he was about you. And he told us how you long to see me, how distressed you are over my situation, how zealous you are in my defense. This news made me even happier. If I caused you pain by my letter, I do not regret it, even if I did regret it before, for I do see that the letter did distress you, though only for a short time. Now I rejoice because you were pained, not because you were pained, but because the pain led you to turn back to God. For you handled the pain in God's way, so that you were not harmed by us at all. Pain handled in God's way produces a turning from sin to God, which leads to salvation, and there is nothing to regret in that. But pain handled in the world's way produces only death. For just look at what handling the pain God's way produced in you. What earnest diligence, what eagerness to clear yourselves, what indignation, what fear, what longing, what zeal, what readiness to put things right. In everything you have proved yourselves blameless in the matter. So even though I wrote to you, it was not for the sake of either the one who did the wrong or the one who wronged, but so that before God you could see for yourselves how deep is your devotion to us. This is the reason we have been encouraged. Besides our own encouragement, we had an even greater joy in seeing how happy Titus was, because all of you set his mind at rest. For I had boasted somewhat about you to him, and now I have not been made to look foolish. On the contrary, just as everything we have said to you is true, so too our boasting in front of Titus has been proved true. And his affection for you is all the greater, as he remembers how ready you are to obey and how you received him with reverence and respect. I'm glad that I can have such complete confidence in you. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading 2 Corinthians chapter 6? We can aim to be pure and set apart out of reverence for God. Aim to not to wrong, corrupt, or exploit anyone. Be proud of each other. Encourage each other. Be overflowed with joy. Trust that God encourages us when we are downhearted. Aim to be sent by God so you can be an encouragement to others in their time of need. Aim to share truth with brothers and sisters in Messiah in order to build each other up in unity by way of turning back to God. Trust that Shaul shares how salvation happens. Pain handled in God's way produces a turning from sin to God, which leads to salvation. Aim to put things right. Aim to be devoted to each other. Aim to set each other's minds at rest. Aim to be true in your affection for each other. Aim to receive each other in reverence and respect. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can aim to receive each other in reverence and respect. Produce spiritual fruit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, humility, and self-control. And how can we bear one another's burdens? We can encourage others to turn back to God. End with the Aaronic blessing. Yahweh will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yahweh will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yahweh will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Amen.